Travel teaches you two things. First, you never need as much as you think. And second, the best gear is usually the stuff that folds down so small you forget you even packed it. Hey, Johannes from Gear Up Your Life here, and after months of traveling, repacking, unpacking, and wondering why I still bring certain things, I collected 12 foldable travel gadgets that actually make life easier. These are the simple items that disappear into tiny pockets, weigh almost nothing, and somehow solve the exact problem you're having at the exact moment you're having it. And after that, as always, we have 4 bonus picks that are a bit smaller, but clever upgrades that cost almost nothing but deliver way more value than most premium travel gear. So let's start with the one you can use on almost every single trip this year. So first on the list is a foldable day pack, and of course most of you instantly think of the Osprey version, which is great. But for this video I went with the Sea to Summit Ultra Seal Day Pack because it weighs just 72 grams and folds down smaller than the pack of chips you bought the night before, which is perfect because most of the time it literally lives inside my bag or my sling. The material is what makes it special. Ultra Seal 30D Cordura nylon. It sounds like something from a climbing shop, but in reality it just means it's much tougher than it looks. It's water resistant, it doesn't stretch out over time, and the stitching holds up even when you do the classic I'll just stuff everything in and hope for the best. And trust me, I've done that way too often. Where it really shines is during travel days, when you don't expect to need a bag. Long hikes in the Alps, grocery runs in Greece, or those moments when you suddenly decide to explore a city and don't want to carry your main backpack. Unfold it in 3 seconds, throw in a jacket, water bottle, snacks, and suddenly you look like you planned your day. Even if you didn't. Price-wise, it usually sits around $35 to $40, which is pretty fair for something this light and this reliable. Our second gadget on the list is a collapsible travel kettle, and as you might know, I'm a huge fan of these, but you really need to keep an eye open when you choose one, because most of the cheap $15 versions are nowhere near as promising as they look online. That's why I went with the Thermogenic, which usually costs around $40 and is one of the few kettles that actually feels safe, heats fast, and doesn't turn into a strange silicone balloon after a few trips. It folds down incredibly small, pops up in seconds, and makes having hot water on the road way easier than you'd expect. And the best part is how many situations it covers. Coffee in the morning when your Airbnb forgot to leave a kettle. Tea in a hostel when the kitchen looks questionable. Instant noodles during a late travel day when everything is closed. Or just having warm water for meds, dehydrated meals, or even soup when you don't feel like going out. I actually started bringing one for a completely different reason. Not because hotel kettles are often full of limescale, that's already normal, but because I kept hearing how many travelers wash their underwear in them. And after that, yeah, that was the moment the Thermogenic became a permanent part of my packing list. Gadget number 3 is the Foldies Polarized Fold